What were your thoughts, Dennis? You were in the game just after half time.
I think it was
second try.
It was one of those again. It was one of those bizarre kind of games. We started pretty well. We had a patch in the first half where we sort of went back to sleep, and we came back firing up again. I thought it was unlucky not to be level at half time. I thought it was a pretty good first half from both teams. I thought we was unfortunate to be behind on the scoreboard. We started the second half. It was a really good set, and then it just ended well, right from part of the field position, and again penalty away. They scored a try. Then they got a penalty off the kick-off and scored another try, and all of a sudden our momentum had gone, and the energy that we'd tried to find and created through some good stuff in the first half just got drained out of us. I thought Luke Dawn was really good today, which was fitting really on the back of his last game. I thought he was good out the back. They had something to play for. We wanted to spoil the party a little bit, but it wasn't to be. I think in the end they just had that little bit too much enthusiasm. That inch, that step, that being first to things, they just had that ahead of us today. It's disappointing. It was disappointing end to what's been a pretty solid year. I wouldn't say it's been anything more than solid.
You mentioned about the penalties there. You came off second best in the count. Do you think they were justified? Or
I think the referee got kidded today. It was that kind of atmosphere. I thought it's a great lesson for him here today. These are young referees learning his trade. Again, he gave us a yellow card when he shouldn't give a yellow card in the second half against us. I thought he got kidded into that. He got harangued by Luke Gale quite a few times. And that was just Luke just knowing that the kind of referee he is, and I think he got kidded a few times today. He wasn't bad today. He was alright, but I thought he got kidded on a penalty count a couple of times. But overall we were the second best team today, so I think I say that we were an inch off in lots of things, and Castleford wanted to win a little bit more than we did.
Well, all right, though, despite that, you finished on top, really.
It's winning the second half kind of cliche, isn't it? You don't get the points if you win the second half. You get points if you win the game.
Yeah.
So we finished off all right. They dropped off. I think that's the indication. I spoke to Luke Gale after the game. It was an indication of both sides this year. We had 2 or 3 patches in the game where we just weren't at the races. Then we had 2 good real patches where they were really strong and looked to be able to put some real pressure on them. And they were the same. They had some patches in the game where they dropped off and didn't really finish their sets well, made some mistakes. We got some good field position. But when they did have those things as well, they had enough about them to score.
He's not your player, but Denis Solomon, how highly do you rate him, Dennis?
Well, what you get with a winger like Denis Solomon is I thought he was pretty average today, and he scores hat-trick. I mean, he does what he's supposed to do. He can score. I think I've seen him score some tries this year. I don't think I've seen anybody score really. Like I say, it's hard to compare across the ages, but like I say, I think it's really hard through the British game to find somebody who's had a year like he has. Banacola was a different kind of winger. Like I say, Martin Fire was by far the best winger that has ever been produced in this country. And what Denis Solomon has done this year, he scored tries that shouldn't have been scored. I honestly feel that he was a difference at our place. We got to an 18-point lead, and Castleford came back on the back of Denis Solomon scoring tries that I don't think anybody else in the league would have scored. That's the kind of player that they are. So he scores hat-trick today, he scores 40 tries. I don't know if anybody scored 40 tries in a number of years. It's a pretty impressive haul. Like I said, Luke Gale on that left edge is pretty good kicking game, finds it pretty well.
John Wells was saying out there, I don't know whether you heard him, he said if Luke Gale isn't in an England shirt at the end of the year, he'll be very surprised. You might have a say in that.
I'm not allowed to bet, am I? So Luke Gale's been one of the form halves this year, so he's knocking on the door. I can't tell you, like I say, I don't pick the squad, I only advise on it. The big boss will name the squad in the next couple of days, the ones that fall out. I should imagine Luke will be in the fallout squad. hesitant. So it never really ends. It just restarts. It's on those at the moment. It's finding that point to restart. The lads have got a chance to recharge their batteries. And Castleford over the last 3 years have been very good. We've gone 4th, 5th, 5th, and I think that's the kind of consistency we're looking at ourselves in that top 8 now. Like I say, we've got ourselves back into Super League. We're establishing ourselves now as a side that can be competitive. What we've got to do now is we've got to push that 4th, 5th, 6th kind of place and then strike again for. Castle are probably ready on their recruitment to strike for the top 4. I think it's been a bit unlucky here this year with some injuries. As everybody has had that, like I said, I think I can sit here and lament on losing 3 or 4 players that would have made a massive difference to 3 or 4 games that would have put us probably in 5th or 6th ourselves. So everybody has that, but when you look at the depth of the squad that Daryl's put together and you see the quality that's in it, I think it's a side that you always have to take seriously when you look at what's going to happen in the future.